The Texas Catholic Conference supports fiscal and moral reform in our state's criminal justice system, with an emphasis on ending the use of the death penalty and supporting successful rehabilitation and reintegration for those re-entering society. When it comes to the use of the death penalty, Catholic teaching has always said that if non-lethal means are sufficient to defend human lives and protect public order, then authorities must limit themselves to such means because they are more in keeping with the common good and more in conformity with the dignity of the human person. The TCC supports a ban on executions of people who are mentally retarded. Although the U.S. Supreme Court has ruled that the execution of those with mental retardation is unconstitutional, Texas has yet to place a ban into statute. Because of their disabilities in areas of reasoning, judgment, and control of their impulses, those who suffer from mental retardation cannot be held to the same moral level of culpability as those that characterize adult criminal conduct. The TCC supports increased funding and support for the Chaplain Corps within the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, including ensuring access to inmates by all chaplains. Chaplains in our correctional institutions play critical roles in the rehabilitation of inmates, leading many on the path of healing and recovery. The TCC supports increased funding for community supervision and parole divisions of the TDCJ, including funding for the training and salaries of officers in those areas. These officers need fair pay and regular training to refresh their skills and attitudes in the face of such difficult work. The TCC supports efforts to improve access to medical care for the incarcerated in Texas. Our moral tradition teaches that every human person, from the moment of conception to natural death, has an innate dignity that entitles him or her to certain rights and protections, including the fundamental right to life and the right to affordable health care which flows from the right to life, even for those who are incarcerated. The TCC supports efforts to assist the transition of ex-offenders into society, including the opt-out of the ban on drug felons receiving food stamps and student loans. We believe that steps need to be taken so that the ex-offender may return to the community and lead a productive life. Since nearly all inmates will return to society, it is imperative that they be challenged, encouraged, and rewarded for their efforts to change their behavior and assisted in learning the skills needed for employment and life back in our communities. The TCC supports efforts to reform the juvenile justice system in Texas. It is a fundamental teaching of the Church that we cannot support policies that treat young offenders as though they are adults. Our society must never respond to children who have committed crimes as though they are fully formed in conscience and fully aware of their actions. They are not equal to adults, and placing children in adult jails is a sign of failure, not a solution.